All right, you know what time it is. I'm gonna get this right this time. Yeah. All right, Neil Ratner Rock Doc here with a story. This past week, Amy Winehouse would have celebrated her birthday now, as we all know. Unfortunately, Amy died at the age of 27 in 2011. And as we know, she was plagued by drug and alcohol addiction, which of course caused her demise, but not before making a serious impact on the music business. And today, I thought I would tell you a few things about Amy Winehouse that you might not know. And as usual, a little background first. All right, so Amy's paternal grandmother, Cynthia, was a singer and dated the English saxophone player Ronnie Scott, who had a very famous jazz club in London where many rock stars originally played. I know my friend Keith Emerson used to play at Ronnie Scott's all the time. I would go to Ronnie Scott's back in the early 70s with Keith. All right, now, her father, Amy's father, Mitch, was a huge Frank Sinatra fan who often sang Sinatra songs to her. Now, in her early teens, Amy attended a theater school on Saturdays and funded a short-lived rap group, right? But although she was listening to all types of music, it was jazz vocalists like Dinah Washington, Sarah Vaughan, and of course Frank that Amy was most attracted to. Now in 2002, Amy was signed to Simon Fuller's management company, which eventually led to a deal at Island Records. And her first album was entitled Frank, after Frank Sinatra. It did pretty well. It won multiple awards. Now many of the album's songs obviously were influenced by jazz, and apart from two covers, were co-written by Amy. Frank, as I said, was a critical success, particularly in the UK, and was nominated for a very prestigious prize called the Mercury Prize, and the song Stronger Than Me won her the Ivor Novello Award for Best Contemporary Song, which is given by the British Academy of Songwriters, Composers, and Authors. All right. Now, for her second album, Amy wanted to change things up a bit. As a kid, in addition to jazz, Winehouse had been very attracted to the girls' groups of the 50s and 60s, and so she began writing material representative of that era. She also brought in the late New York singer Sharon Jones, and her band, the Dap Kings. If you never heard them, check them out. They're quite good, to record with her in the studio. Now, the Dap Kings were part of a revivalist movement recreating mid-60s to mid-70s style funk and soul music. They fit in perfectly with the sound Amy wanted to create. And the other major change from her first album occurred when she decided to use producer Mark Ronson, who many of you might not know. His stepfather is Mick Jones of Foreigner. At any rate, the two shared a publishing company which encouraged them to meet, and according to Ronson, I just thought, let's talk about music, see what she likes. She said she liked to go out to bars and clubs and play snooker with her boyfriend and listen to the Shangri-Las. So she played me some of those records and I came up with this little piano riff, which became the verse chords to Back to Black. The album was also titled Back to Black and was very effective in capturing the sounds Amy was looking for. And at the 2007 Brit Awards, Back to Black was nominated for British Album of the Year. And at the 50th Grammys in 2008, Amy won 5 awards, tying the then record for the most wins by a female artist in a single night, and becoming the first British woman to win 5 Grammys, including 3 of the Big Four: Best New Artist, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year. All right. Winehouse, as we know, her greatest love was 60s girl groups. Her hairdresser, Alex Foden, borrowed her instantly recognizable beehive hairdo and her Cleopatra makeup from the Ronettes. I told you how much she was into these 50s and 60s girl groups, and her imitation was so successful. Ronnie Spector probably created, right, that style to begin with. She was so taken back by a picture of Winehouse. Yeah, she had never seen Amy. She didn't know anything about Amy. And she said, I don't know her. I never met her. And when I saw that picture, I thought, that's me. All right. That's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, I'll have more stories as the days go on. Let me see if I could get you a little bit of my bump here. Yeah, and I'll have more stories as the weekend goes on. And you know where to find me on the internet. And as I like to tell you, always remember to keep on rocking. One more time. All right, see you somewhere real soon. Bye for now.